Sekiro is the latest game from, well, From Software, so get ready to die over and over again as you make your way through this shinobi adventure. I just hope that there's not a death counter at the end of this game. Side note, to avoid avid spoilers, I'm only using gameplay from the first couple hours of Sekiro.
Defend him with your life. If he is taken, bring him back.
Here's something I thought I'd never have to talk about when reviewing a From Software game. There has to be a better way to say that. Okay, thesaurus.com from... Nope, there's not. So we're just going to say Miyazaki's game from now on. The story in previous games from Miyazaki and his team had a story, yes, but it was never really told to the player. It was hidden in items or talking to NPCs. And sometimes, even when watching a YouTuber talk about it for an hour and a half, it still didn't make sense. Oh, so Smaug is really the son of the Gaping Dragon, and Praise the Sun is really code for Hail Satan. Makes sense now. All jokes aside, it's apparent from the moment you start playing till the end of the game that Miyazaki has a story to tell, and it's surprisingly easy to follow. Don't get me wrong, you still have those moments you're like, huh? But compared to previous titles, it's a great change of pace. There's even a section where you travel back in time to get some backstory. A very small amount of backstory, but backstory nonetheless. I don't want to ruin anything here, but the story is so well done, if this is the future of From Software, I'm on board 100%. That's not right. Roger, can you fix the title? Thanks. From Software is known for putting players through the ringer. However, Dark Souls was beginning to get stale as the game was all about blocking then attacking, to the point where I have yet to beat Dark Souls 3 because I beat the first 3 bosses while only dying twice. Not to say that Dark Souls isn't hard, but it's the same game. Sekiro, on the other hand, handles combat completely different, and it's phenomenal. For the first time in one of these games, you can jump. But Mario can jump, Link can jump, what's the big deal? It's like this. This is how you jump in Dark Souls. This is how you jump in Sekiro. In Sekiro, however, you're going to be jumping to dodge, jumping to climb, and jumping to stomp on your enemies. Sekiro's combat system main focus is parry and attack, don't get me wrong, but the ability to move so fluently, dodging and jumping, is what makes this game so great. The greatest addition though has to be the posture system. Basically you and all of your enemies have this little bar below their health, or next to them for some bosses, and once that fills up, you can perform a death blow, removing a full bar of health from them or killing them outright. It doesn't stop there. The more damage you do to an enemy, the quicker their posture breaks. So while yeah, you want to build up that posture meter, you also want to be doing damage. It's a great way to make some mini bosses incredibly frustrating. You can't just attack and block anymore. It becomes a systematic rock, paper, scissors game that requires the player to perfect it. It's a great addition to any game, and it especially works in Sekiro. Also, how the game tells you to deal with bosses is pretty great. There's a function called eavesdropping, and although it might seem like flavor text, it's really 80% of the time tips on how to beat upcoming bosses. Like how enemies have red eyes are weak to fire, beasts are weak to fireworks, and so on. Now I may be making the game sound easy. Just jump and dodge out of the way and parry then attack. Easy peasy. It's never that easy. As soon as it's 1 versus 2 or more, the game becomes incredibly difficult. You're gonna spend most of your time sneaking around and assassinating the smaller enemies before you take on the big bosses. The bosses are no joke either. Even the mini bosses were killing me 10 or more times. However, they are unique, and there is nothing more satisfying than killing a boss in a From Software game.
My name is Kyobu Masataka Oniwa!
Oh shit.
You will not pass the castle gate!
How many times am I gonna hear your name, buddy? Jesus, this is like my 7th time fighting you! Let's go! My name is Chris, you son of a bitch! Thank God. I finally beat him. Woo!
Is the war finally over?
I had always thought the world was the most important part of any game for Miyazaki, and Sekiro's world might just be the best so far. When I saw it was only a 12 gigabyte download, I was very worried as Dark Souls and Bloodborne are much bigger games in terms of size. However, Sekiro's world looks beautiful, and the attention to detail is astonishing. The cutscenes feel like they're ripped out of a Japanese samurai movie. The real big bosses have these giant arenas that fit their personality, and the characters feel real enough to make you invested in keeping them alive. Sekiro's world is full of enemies that fit its personality. You have monks, samurais, giant bulls, even a polo pro. Also has that unworldly feel that I love, with giant chickens, slippery snakes, the small poison shooting hard to kill rats. I'm happy to say the best part of the game is the world.
Shinobi, open your eyes. For the sake of your master.
Although Sekiro is going to test the patience of the most seasons of fans, it's a must-play for them as well. It's an excellent addition to the From Software library and gamers libraries alike. If there is a sequel and due to the multiple endings, I doubt it will be a direct one. It will be a day one purchase for me. Sekiro is the new hotness when it comes to hard games.
That old busted joint. See, I drive the new hotness. Old and busted, new hotness.
And I don't think it's going anywhere. Sekiro gets a 9.5 out of 10 with an excellent story, an excellent combat system, and a whole lot of dying. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you're playing through Sekiro, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you're new and like what you saw, why not subscribe? I try to upload a new video every week to get you guys some new fresh content. Couple of things that were keeping me preoccupied. But as always, don't forget the charity of the month in the description. Please consider donating through the GoFundMe page I have set up, or even through their website, which is also in the description. And I'll catch you next time. As always, guys, oh, I did not plug my mic in. That's how today's going.